covers multiple banks, it covers common strategies, and it covers the identity of multiple firms across the scope. So the inference there is certainly that one can draw a reasonable possible inference that Nedbank knew not only of its own conduct, but that this conduct formed part of a broader overarching scheme. And that, in respect of each of the banks, is the allegations within the referral, which we say, from which the tribunal would certainly be able to draw the inference that all of these respondent banks, that a case has been pleaded against all of the respondent banks that meets both of the requirements in team relocations. First, that they contributed to the conduct, with the overarching objective, and second, that they did so when they knew, or ought reasonably to have known, that this conduct was part of a broader SOC, and that they understood the general scope and essential characteristics of it.
Thank you, DCJ. Just to recap on where we are, we have addressed the conduct that amounts to an SOC. We have addressed the attribution of the conduct to the named banks. We have addressed the admissibility and probative value of economic evidence in cartel prosecutions. We have addressed the issue of authority in relation to the 3 banks that claim that not enough facts were pleaded to show that the employees alleged had authority to bind them. What we are yet to address is jurisdiction, joinder, initiation, and the so-called non-compliance with the CAC. I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes on jurisdiction, and then Ms. Zikalala will deal with joinder and initiation. Now, the topic of jurisdiction is primarily statutory. Section 3, subsection 1 of the Competition Act provides that the Act applies to all economic activity within the Republic or having an effect in the Republic. What that means is that the section is intended to address 2 things. The first thing is to address the subject matter of the jurisdiction, and that subject matter is economic activity. The second is that it is meant to address the territorial scope. On territorial scope, it addresses itself to the physical borders of South Africa within the Republic, but it also addresses itself to conduct outside of South Africa, provided that it has an effect in the Republic or within the Republic. I think that's the actual word, is within the Republic.